I wanted to ask about a particular player. Is Moises Caicedo, Staffy, the best central midfielder in the league right now?
I know your internet is not the best. Watch out to that because your question keeps cutting out.
Did it go a bit funny again here? It really should be pretty good with my internet where I'm at. Sorry, it might be
Every
more
time you
my
ask a
microphone,
question, I think your internet is targeting you. When
Tom
you ask
was not happy with that question.
I was not.
Every time he
no.
wants to ask a question, the internet acts up.
Is Moises Caicedo the best midfielder in the Premier League?
Um,
Tom
No.
is so angry.
no, he's not the best midfielder in the Premier League. He's playing like one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. I think that's how I should say it. I think he's been very good. I think you are starting to see this season. That's the player that they play. They paid what did they pay for 105 mil 2 seasons ago? Or
115.
15? I always get it wrong because of him and Enzo being over 100 mil.
Just
But
remember
100
City's charges, mate, and you remember the price
Wait.
one.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. There. See, well, I swear that's
Easiest
smart.
way. That's how I remember, mate. So it's
We haven't even got to the City section yet.
Nubbins, just sit back. And I like how you changed the light behind you to red. No more blue.
It matches my anger and rage.
He's trying to switch now to the red side of Manchester. But no, on a real though, Caicedo's been very good this season. He's been playing like one of the best midfielders in the league. Is he the best one? I don't know. I mean, when we speak of midfielders, I don't like that conversation because there's a difference between a 6 and an 8 and a 10. So if you ask me who's the best midfielder in general in the league, I'll always say it's De Bruyne. But is De Bruyne playing like one?
Let me rephrase that then. If we're talking sort of DM stroke sixes, then we'll put him into his category as opposed to across the board. Is there anyone better in the league than him in his role this season?
I think in his role, I think he's the best this season. Yes, there's been a debate between him and Gravenberch.
Don't worry, Tom. I got
Tom
you.
is already angry. Tom, relax. Give me a second.
Tom, I got you.
I think him and Gravenberch this season have been the best two in that position. But I'm not going to lie.
About
I think I
Partey,
watched.
bro.
I'm sorry,
About Partey, bro.
bro. I'm sorry.
I just asked the question. Just give me a comment on it. That's
I
all
just said
I'm
I don't care for Partey this season. And if you're gonna say Rice, I also don't care for.
No,
Rice.
I don't need the why. I just needed the.
Okay. No, in his position, I think he's been the best. It's been between him and Gravenberch, and I'm not gonna lie. I think it's harder to do what Caicedo's done this season than Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch has been very good. Don't get me wrong, Tom, but I think Gravenberch finds himself in a better team that's been more established over the last few years. Yes, he was looked at as a bust last season, but the way Caicedo was looked at last season, a waste of money, a shaky midfield, and a shaky team in general that no one knew how good or bad they are. I feel like for him to turn around last season to look like this season, I think he's been better. And it's I'm not upset at anyone that thinks Gravenberch has been better. Like it's not a problem at all. You know what I'm saying? But I look at the Chelsea team. They're tied for second right now. They're joint second. You have to acknowledge how good that team has been and how good that midfield has been. And I think he's been the cornerstone of that midfield.
Yeah.
But Liverpool are top of the league, bro.
Gravenberch is one of the
He's
big
lost one
reasons
game
we're
all
top by
season.
9 points.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so
Won
let's
every
do this.
game in the Champions League.
So let's do this. Let's do this.
What we doing?
Is Gravenberch a better player just because his team is in first and Caicedo's
No. He's
team is
performing
second?
better.
No, because I understood your point, which was Caicedo from last season to this season has been a major improvement. But I think what you've got to do with Gravenberch is acknowledge the fact that Liverpool haven't had a 6 or a top level 6 since 2021-22. The year after, Fabinho was horrendous. And the year after that, it was Endo or McAllister. And neither of them were ideal fits. New manager comes in. Gravenberch goes into this role, a role that he hadn't ever really played before. Comes in and has been undroppable. Every other midfielder for Liverpool has rotated in or out except Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch has played every game. Ryan Gravenberch has been the most important piece in linking up the midfield and the attack and the defence. He has been brilliant in a tackle, and any midfield test he's been given, because how many times did we hear, wait till he comes up against a real midfield, that's when we'll learn Ryan Gravenberch is and all that. Every single test the man has had, he's passed. He's done it against the champions of Germany, he's done it against the champions of Spain, the champions of England, he's done it up against Caicedo and Chelsea. He's done it at Arsenal. He's done it in every game. He's done it at Old Trafford. Caicedo's been good, really good. And if Liverpool weren't 9 points clear, with Ryan Gravenberch being one of the main reasons, I'd probably agree with you. But the size of the gap it is, and the control Liverpool have, and part of the reason why we have the best defense in the league is because of what Ryan Gravenberch does for this team. And most of the seasons, Caicedo will be there, but for me, I just can't look past Gravenberch this year. And
I agree with you, and
I have to
you
agree
got to
with you.
remember, I said it, they've been the best too.
That's a good argument, though.
So Staffy, then, is it your preference of Caicedo over Gravenberch?
I think there's a little bit of bias
why?
as well. I will admit that because Terry could tell you from 2 seasons ago, I've been screwed for Man United to sign Caicedo. So there is an element of bias there, but I think it's justified. At the end of the day, I'm saying I agree with what Tom said, but at the end of the day, I'm saying they're the best 2 in that position this season. So it's a toss up between them. It depends on how you really want to look at it. I'm looking at him playing in a lesser team than Liverpool, so I think that's more impressive. Tom thinks the fact that they're 9 points clear and he's been a big part of it is why it's more impressive. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think either argument is wrong. It's just
Tom's saying that's an element of it. I think what Tommy's saying as well, the fact that he's gone back into a role that he's not necessarily familiar with, where this is Caicedo's natural role, and he's doing outshine most. Absolutely, mate. The way he's playing for that team and how important he's got. You know, for me, of all the crap that Ten Hag bought from Ajax and he didn't go and get Gravenberch, he's still one of the biggest.
Let's be honest, he would have looked bad anyways. So
but Amorim would have bought the best out of him, mate. So he wouldn't have mattered, would it? Do you know what I'm saying? He would have been the best midfielder in the league then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
But I also say it's impressive how last season was looked as a complete waste of 30 mil. Tom will tell you that. I saw a lot of people saying, "Why did we spend 30 million?"
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, you know what? They used him as a stick to beat Ten Hag with. They were like, Ten Hag wanted him first. Liverpool got him. You should have never signed him because Ten Hag wanted him. And Ten Hag signed all the wrong players.
I can't believe anyone would have done that.
He's excellent. But look, as we said earlier about Chelsea looking great at the minute. I think the manager's doing the right thing by playing down title race talk. He's doing the right thing, that he's lowering that kind of media expectation. I think the January window is going to be very interesting because I think if they can add a bit more star quality, Liverpool look formidable right now, and we'll get onto them later. But you never know what's around the corner. An injury or two or a bad bit of form. They're level on points with Arsenal. I think they're only behind Arsenal in the league alphabetically as it stands. Every other metric is the same: goal scores, goals conceded, etc., etc. So, look, Chelsea fans should be really proud of where they're at. They're going to win a trophy this year because they are winning that. If they don't win the Conference League, they should shut the club down. You know, they could win. They're in they're still in the Carabao Cup as well, right?
No, they got knocked out by Newcastle.
Oh, they got knocked out. Okay, but they're obviously still in the FA Cup, the draws. Just some of the numbers for the FA Cup. Man United are 23, City 22, Spurs 40, Arsenal are number 2 on the list. I assume it's in alphabetical order.
Yeah, you're always number 2.
I am hoping and I am praying. 38 years I've been wishing for this. 40 years my brother has been, that Man United get Leyton Orient. We have rarely do Orient get to the 3rd round. I don't know if you saw Leyton Orient's 2nd round game, though. They were awful. They were 1-0 down. Goalkeeper literally comes up, does an Allison, gets his head on it, last kick of the game in 8 minutes of added on time, sends it to extra time, and then they do this. Then one of their strikers scores a last minute just before penalties to send them through. It was a mad one, seeing the keeper score. So
you just want chaos in the Fleurs household. That's what.
Oh, mate, do you know what it is? I also want it for Leyton Orient. Like, I don't support them because I only believe in supporting one team, but I grew up opposite them. Literally, the flat. We used to live in these really high tower blocks. The flat I grew up in looked over the pitch. Like, I was that close. So
Arsenal, Man United.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Are you for real? Who's at home?
Arsenal.
Oh, fuck off!
Easy. Good
Well,
night.
That's hilarious.
So that's over.
Staffy, at least we take the 3 points off him on Wednesday. That's enough for me, mate.
It's actually really inconsiderate of them to not even let you finish your Leyton Orient story. You didn't even get to finish your Leyton Orient story before you put that one down.
You know what? Like, I don't want that. That's a horrible draw because of how good Arsenal are and everything else. However, the way I think both teams have to look at this draw is if you win one of the favorite, you're knocking a favorite out and it opens the tournament up for you. But that's gutting, mate, because you know for a fact that City and Liverpool are going to get piss easy ties. You know that, right?
They'll get Leyton Orient. Watch.
Yeah, no, Leyton Orient got Derby.
Oh, Leyton Orient got Derby, did they? Okay,
Yeah.
well, fair enough. They'll lose that. They're not very good this year, Orient.
Well, if it makes you guys feel any better, the last time we beat them in the Emirates was actually in the FA Cup. 2019.
There we go. There we go.
That doesn't make me feel better, mate. I'll be honest.
Hey, listen, I was in London at that time. Maybe I'll make another trip to London. You know what I mean? Keep the streak alive.
At least we get an easy start to the defense of the cup, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's one good way.
Aston Villa, West Ham.
Oh, big
Excuse
one.
me.
The
Speaking
Claret
of
derby.